everyone, this is Kathleen Bryan, Academic Director at the University of Cincinnati. I want to congratulate you on completing all of your CDA coursework that you need to earn your credential. Hopefully this video will help you know what the next steps are when having to fill out the form for your CDA credential. The form that I'm referring to is something that you should have already received from the CDA Council for professional recognition, and I have their website up here next to me on the video. And I just want to talk you through this application. As you know, if you've been on the website at all, you know that CDA is changing, and it's going to change on June 1st. So it is imperative that you get all of your coursework that you've been working on and your resource collection and everything, including this application, submitted by May 31st. May 31st is the deadline that they will honor everything that was completed thus far. If you wait until after May 31st, your coursework will still count, but you will have to go onto the council website and get the new packet of information called CDA 2.0 if you do that after May 31st. But let's continue on looking at this application here, the direct application for your verification visit. And the very first three portions are pretty self-explanatory. It's just a lot of your own information that you have to put in there. Item number 4 deals with payment. You must include $325 payment, and it must be in a check. Otherwise, they will not process this application whatsoever. Some of you, especially if you live in Ohio, there are resources that will help you pay for this assessment fee, and that's through a Teach Scholarship. In the email that I sent you with this link, you have the website, and I would like you to reread that email very carefully. There's a lot of information there too, reiterating what I'm saying on the video. But the Teach Scholarship is available, and it'll cover $300 of the $325, but that's a separate application that you will have to do. If you continue on, my recommendation is to unfold the entire form like this. Otherwise, as you write on it, it will carbon copy through to the other pages. So anytime you're going to write on this application, unfold it like this. The section titled Formal Education, that's what you completed at the University of Cincinnati. So in the email, I have instructed all of the number of hours that need to be in each of these sections. Included in the email that I sent you is a certificate and a letter with the University of Cincinnati's letterhead on there proving that you have received the 125 hours of training. You need to print those off and send copies of those with this application to verify that you have met all of these hours. This section here you can skip unless you are going for a bilingual assessment, and then you'll be signing down here. The part that I want to spend the most time discussing has to do with your advisor, which is the very last section of your form. The advisor is someone that is going to come to your environment and observe you with young children and fill out this information assessment form here. It is quite detailed. It's probably going to take about 3 hours at least to go through and answer every single one of the questions in here. Your advisor will be completing all of this. So I suggest if you have not identified an advisor that can come into your environment and observe you, you do that very quickly in order for it to happen before May 31st. Your advisor needs to meet the qualifications in your CDA book, and this book that I'm holding up right now is just for preschool people that are in center-based programs. If you're a family child care provider, if you're someone that works with infants and toddlers, you have a different color book. But the requirements for the advisor are all the same, and they're in the back. I think I'm somewhere around page 77, and that is it outlines the advisor eligibility. Basically, it's someone that has a bachelor's degree in early childhood with 2 years of experience, someone with an associate degree in early childhood with 4 years of experience, or someone with a CDA with 6 years of experience working with young children. That would qualify them to be your advisor. That person then comes into your environment, fills out the observation instrument. This instrument, once it's completed, there's a summary page at the back that the advisor has to complete too. This gets put into an envelope and it is sealed. They give this to you and you hold on to it until your verification visit. The other thing that you need to be doing at this time is filling out or sending home the parent questionnaires. And the parent questionnaire might take 10-15 minutes to do this. You must have 75% of a response from the parents in your environment. So one quick recommendation that I make is if you let the parents know right now that you needed to have them come 15 minutes early on a certain day or stay 15 minutes late, and they could do this right on the spot. This too gets put into that sealed envelope so you don't get to see them, but this would then avoid the problematic situation of sending home the form and not getting it back and having to ask the parents about it. So if you prep them ahead of time and said, next Friday, if you can come in 15 minutes early, I'll have some juice and maybe some breakfast cookies or something like that. They can fill that form out. Or if they wanted to come 15 minutes at pickup time, you would have a couple of cookies and maybe some drinks for them at that same time too. So I suggest that you get that ball rolling right now because you need to have 75% of the responses for that. And that gets put in the sealed envelope, and you keep that until your verification visit as well. Your verification visit will happen once you have sent your application form to the council with your payment, and you have everything checked off. The section here, section 6, candidate verification, identifies everything that you have completed, including the observation from your advisor, including the parent questionnaires. Once you have checked all of these off, then you can send this away to the council so that they can then identify someone that will come to you to do your verification visit. At your verification visit, it will usually not happen on site for you, especially if you're a family child care provider. It will not happen on site. Usually it happens at a library or someplace that's a common place for people to gather together. You will bring your resource collection, your completed resource collection. You will bring your envelope with your parent questionnaires in them, and you will also bring your envelope with your advisor's observation tool in there. You will give those 2 envelopes to your assessor that comes for your verification visit, and they will take those with them. At the time of your verification visit, the assessor will go through each page of your resource collection and look at all your resources. At that time, you will be taking a written test that I know sometimes creates anxiety, but it's something that you have been made very, very well prepared for in the coursework that you've taken. There is a practice test that you can look at inside of the CDA book. And you can look and see, it's a multiple choice written test, so you can see some samples in this book here. While you're taking the written test, your assessor is looking through everything in your resource collection as well as reading over your competency goals. You will need to make a copy of each of your competency statements, each of the 6 of the competency statements, to give to the assessor when they come as well. So you will have 1 in your resource collection and then 1 to give to them when they come to do your verification visit. They will take that with them, and that will help them in your you're awarding your decision for that. The other thing that you will do during that verification visit is you will have an oral exam. Basically, the assessor will give you a picture, and you have to talk about some things that are going on in the picture, some things that are developmentally appropriate. It's not just looking for something that's wrong, it's looking for what's right. It's a chance for you to demonstrate in a conversational way what you know to be right and true for classroom situations. So that usually is a conversation. The assessor wants to see everything that you know, so there's not going to be a right or wrong answer on this, and typically they're not going to cut you off. As long as you keep talking, they will allow you to continue to look at the picture and discuss what is appropriate or what's not appropriate in those pictures. After your assessment is done, your verification visit is done, it should take maybe about an hour. You leave, and you will then be notified through an email or a phone call about your visit. Sometimes there'll be other people taking their CDA assessment at the same time as you. You might not know them, you might know them. Typically the assessor comes to one area and tries to get as many people done at one time. I think that that has covered everything concerning preparing for your credential. I just want to put a plug into continuing on with your online learning here at the University of Cincinnati. Our associate degree is completely online, and if you have earned a C or better in your current CDA class, we will give you college credit for the coursework that you have taken and enroll you. You wouldn't have to take certain classes here at the university. The other thing I would like to encourage you with taking at least one more class at the university level is that fulfills the requirement for when you have to go through your renewal. You usually have to take about 45 hours of training before you're renewing your CDA certificate. I know that's not even something you're thinking about right now, but 3 years from now you will have to renew your CDA certificate, and one college course will cover the requirement that you need for the 45 hours. So right now, while you're in the swing of things, if you got your packet, mailed away and you wanted to sign up for classes here in the fall, taking one college class would satisfy that requirement for what you need to renew your CDA certificate. I welcome any questions. You can look on the email. I've highlighted many other things that you can look at as well as you're preparing for your assessment. But I just wanted to wish you well and certainly encourage you that you are well prepared. The CDA assessor, they want the best in you. They want to continue to further our field as professionals. So they're not there to catch you doing something wrong. In fact, they're going to encourage you to be comfortable, and they want to see you do the best in this assessment visit as possible. So any questions you have, I would be glad to answer them. You can send me an email, and I wish you the best of luck.